Governor Kane and I have known Lakshmi since before Lakshmi went to law school. She worked with me as a volunteer at the Central Virginia Legal Aid Society, did an internship with me when she was thinking about going to law school. We were connected up through some mutual friends of my husband's, and we were very honored to get to know her early in her work here in Richmond.
My beginnings in law started with interning for legal aid, specifically with Ann Holton, who was at legal aid at that time. And this was prior to joining law school. It was just an amazing group of attorneys, and it was a wonderful way to start out my legal career with the team at Legal Aid.
To watch her branch out on her own and start this business that's now really an international business, it's just an inspiration.
Early on, when I started my own practice, Margaret Baskill of the University of Richmond, she's head of the internship program there, and submitted my name for board appointment on the Virginia Poverty Law Center. They are an amazing group of people. I mean, you know, when you think about the heroes that we have, those are the people that are in legal aid. Those are the people that work for Virginia Poverty Law Center. I mean, all of us, you know, that support that, we do it on a part-time basis, but we are clearly a for-profit entity. But these are lawyers that have said, you know, it's not about money. It's not about fame. It is about, you know, using my skills as an attorney to help those who have no one to help them.
I first met Lakshmi through a mutual friend, Sushila Varki, at the Virginia Poverty Law Center. When Sushila and Lakshmi came to the law school with this idea for a pro bono clinic serving immigrant victims of sexual and domestic violence.
When Sushila Varki wanted to do more work with domestic violence, and it happened to be that domestic violence victims, a lot of them were foreign nationals. And of course, Sushila is a superstar with domestic relations, so she sought out my assistance to see if there was something we could do. It all came together to work wonderfully because we were able to then engage University of Richmond, that's my alma mater. And Tara Casey at the University of Richmond is really responsible for imbibing social consciousness on new lawyers, which I think, you know, if we can get more Tara Caseys and more Sushila Varkis in our society, we would be much better. So with partnering with the two of them, it just turned out to be an amazing clinic.
I would say with Lakshmi that the one thing that impressed me the most about her is her determination and the way that she has been able to not only work with her career, but also within the community here in Richmond and specifically in Henrico County to bring her expertise forward and be able to get things done.
You know, in addition to working with victims of domestic violence in our clinic, we also work with children, and they're called unaccompanied minors, who are here in the United States, currently in the foster care system. And some of them have been trafficked into the U.S. So we work with Catholic Charities, which is in Henrico County, and trying to assist them, go through the legal work. Sometimes there's no greater reward, and you just want to do so much for them. And I have to tell myself that, you know, the way I can assist them the most is by making sure that I can help them through the legal process.
You know, my relationship with the Challa Law Firm is really, I guess it's been nurtured through the chamber, and that's how we met. And I see how active they are in the chamber, and I see what they're doing in the community through the different networks that the chamber has. And it seems like they have just a ridiculous amount of energy. They do all those things from a professional standpoint, and they still have time to get back to the community. I think that speaks volumes to why they've been so successful.
Coach K from Duke said it really well. He was addressing the Durham Chamber of Commerce. And I have to tell you, I'm a staunch Tar Heels fan. So for me to even quote Coach K is a big deal. But he said that, you know, if you live in a community and you don't engage in that community, you're just a resident. That's not your home. The way you translate and change a community to being your home is when you have public engagement, because you're involved with everything that's going around you. And I think that that's very true.
One of the aspects that strikes me most about Lakshmi is that after you've met her once, after you've worked with her ever so briefly, you immediately then have that connection with her moving forward. And every time you see her, her face just lights up, she smiles, and she makes you feel welcome. She makes you feel like a friend. And no matter what the connection had been and what partnership might have resulted and what work you would have done. From that point forward, you feel like you have a friend in Lakshmi and you have a partner moving forward in any idea or program that you are wanting to work on.